You are truly unbothered, and that bothers them terribly. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, you are truly unbothered, and that bothers them terribly. I need somebody to drop in the comments and say, I'm totally unbothered. Yes, sir. Make sure you drop in the comments, family, and say, I'm totally unbothered. Now, the reason why I say that, y'all, is because you can't totally be unbothered if something still bothers you. You have to become unbothered within your essence, right? You know, y'all, it says that in the scriptures, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. A lot of people have in their mind that they are unbothered, but not in their heart, which means you have yet to fully become unbothered. What do you mean by become, Reno? See, I want y'all to understand something. A bird don't just start flying as soon as it come out the egg. It has to become a bird before it flies. A lion does not become the king of the jungle as soon as he, was born. He has to go from a cub into adolescent and so on and so on before he can become the king of the jungle. A fish does not just start swimming, and it does not just start being a fish, as soon as it was born. It has to become so it can become all that it can be. So what I want y'all to understand is that it's the same way with being unbothered. You have to become that, right? I'm talking about you can see a person in the same job that you had, right? The same position, and not feel tempted to go back knowing that they did you wrong. You should be able to look at your ex, butt booty naked, and not even feel an urge to go back knowing that they did you wrong. And you should be able to see your friend have $1 million, a big old mansion, right? And not feel the urge to call their phone and make amends knowing that they did you wrong. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? This is when you are truly unbothered. You have to become that, right? Somebody drop in the comments and say, become that. Yes, sir. You got to become unbothered because this is what's going to give the energy that you are looking for. Rena, what do you mean by that? See, when a person know that you are truly unbothered, I'm talking about they know you're not looking at their social media. They know that you're not checking for them. They know that you're not beating up their line, calling their phone. They know that you're not worried about them. This is what's going to send that signal of energy that, hold on, tick, 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 tick. They ain't worried about me. Let me go ahead and call these folks up. Let me go ahead and start sending that text to their phone. Let me go ahead and start seeing what they got going on. Hold on, are they going to move on? Hold on. You see what I'm saying, y'all? It makes them intrigued, right? It makes them intrigued. And so I need y'all to understand something. You can't truly be unbothered if they still bother you, all right? But with that being said, y'all, we can be going on and on this intro, but we're going to keep it going. Y'all make sure y'all leave a thumbs up on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. Yes, sir. Not only that, y'all, but y'all be sure to ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. All right. And yes, y'all, we are right here in the living room in front of the legendary gray couch. Every time I'm in this position, y'all know something legendary going to be said. And you better believe that. All right. But family, we're going to go ahead and get directly into it. We're going to speak about why they are so bothered by you being unbothered. It's crazy, y'all. Apparently being unbothered bothers everyone else. That's crazy, y'all. When you silent, when you in your mode, your mood, when you locked in, you focus on getting your money right, you focus on getting right with God, you self-improving, you becoming better. That's when everybody be disgruntled, just mad, distraught, right? Just can't stand the fact that you're doing something positive with your life. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. But anyway, let's get directly into it. Number one, your focus disturbs their intended distractions. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, and shout out to the chosen ones in the front too. But your focus disturbs their intended distractions, right? So what that means is that the fact that you're locked in, the fact that you're in the house, you ain't going outside, you ain't worried about going outside. The fact that you're not dating right now, right? The fact that you're not trying to place yourself around people for validation, for attention, and to make everybody else happy, right? The fact that you're worried about you and only you, it disturbs the intended distractions that are literally out for you. It's almost like having a sibling. Now, if you don't have a sibling, just imagine this aggravating or annoying classmate, right? But for those who have siblings, y'all know. Imagine having a sibling who sees that you're trying to work on your project. They see that you're on this cell phone or the house phone, with your girlfriend or your boyfriend. They see that you're trying to hang out with your friends or whatever the case is, but they are still trying to make fun of you. They're still trying to get your attention. They're still trying to get you to snap. They still trying to get you to say, "Mama, Rodney won't leave me alone." They still trying to get you to respond or react, right? However, their intended distractions will not throw you off your focus. That is going to disturb them. You know why? Because I was out to get you. I was out to make you cry. I was out to harm you. I was out to throw you off focus. I seen what you was working on. I seen what you was trying to build. I seen your new innovations. I seen what you was trying to do. And not only did they see what you was trying to do, but they also seen how passionate about what it was that you was trying to do. You follow what I'm saying, y'all? And so anytime a person see that you are focused, their intended goal is to throw distractions at you, hoping to throw you off your focus. It's no different from a man seeing a woman on her business. She taking care of her job, right? I'm talking about this woman she getting the money right. She getting closer to God. Yeah, y'all, she doing all that. She taking care of her kids, right? Or even if she don't have kids, she taking care of her business, period. What that man gonna do who have terrible or bad intentions for her? He gonna try to throw her off. That's why I say, y'all, the devil don't come with red horns. He don't come looking ugly and looking like a gremlin and a goblin, right? He comes with a smile. He comes with a suit. He comes with a nice car. He comes with a nice income. He comes with a good time, right? He comes sexually seducting. So understand what I'm saying. When you are on your focus and you remain unbothered, you're going to disturb their intended distractions. And that is what makes you so attractive, right? Or that contributes to your attraction or you being attractive. You get what I'm trying to say. But anyway, y'all, number 2, it's going to be this right here. Their life ends without you, all right? Their life ends without you. I don't mean this literally, right? I don't mean that without you, they're going to die. I don't mean, without you, they're going to get sick and be on their deathbed. This is not what I mean, y'all. When I say their life ends without you, I mean that you brought the party to their lives. Not necessarily, popping bubbly and, popping bottles and smoking weed. I'm not talking about that type of party. I'm talking about you brought life to their life. You poured into them. You spoke life into them. You brought happiness to them. And so life is boring without you, right? When you are the type of person who love to see everybody smile around you, when you love to see everybody win and succeed, when you love to see people happy, maybe you was the one who gave them advice, maybe you were the one who counseled. I mean, you gave them so much life. When life ends without you, that shows how valuable you were, right? And unfortunately, they did not appreciate the value that you brought to the table. So initially, they were around and you were bothered. You did care. You did love the fact that they would listen to you at the time, or you did love the fact of being able to pour into them. But once they seen that you kind of drew back, after them having their eyes elsewhere, after them having their attention elsewhere, once they seen that you drew back, they realized how valuable you were. And that's when life ended without you. It's no different from a person who thinks that the grass is greener on the other side, where you was cooking for him, you was cleaning for him, you was taking care of things, you was making it easy for him, right? I know y'all just seen where Keisha Kior said what she did for Gucci Mane. All he got to do is just take a shower and make music. Must be nice, right? But he who finds a wife finds a good thing. That's not the point. The point is that that's the value that you can bring into a person's life. And let's just say he don't appreciate that value. You know, guess what? And she literally said this. He can't function without me. Guess what, y'all? If she removes the value that she brings to the table, he won't be able to function. Same thing with yourself. When you bring that type of value to a person's life, they can't function without you. It's hard to breathe without you. That's what I mean by life ends without you. They don't have nothing else to talk about. They don't have anything else to do. You know, I'm going to even add this to it. When LeBron James retired from basketball, guess what happens, y'all? A lot of life is going to end for a lot of people, right? A lot of life is going to end for a lot of people. You know why? Because they made content off of LeBron James. They made money off of LeBron James. They got ratings off of LeBron James. Life ends without you. See, LeBron James was actually bringing value. So although y'all was talking bad about my man, although y'all was criticizing him, criticize, although y'all was saying all those negative things about him, when he removed the value, life ended without you. Yeah. It's like those YouTubers who are only popping because of reactions. So as long as this particular person don't give you no type of value to react to, you don't have a life. You don't have content. You're not able to truly maximize your monetization because you don't provide value for yourself. Other people provide the value. That's all I'm saying, y'all. You provided value for them, and the moment you removed that value, life ended without you. You brought life to them. Number 3, y'all, it's going to be this right here. They don't want you to move on. Yeah, y'all, this right here is a big one. They don't want you to move on. You know, y'all, as long as a person know they have you wrapped around their finger, as long as they know that whenever they call your phone, you're going to pick up, as long as they know whenever you text them, you're going to text back, they are okay, right? As long as they know that you're going to always allow them to come back. And you know what, y'all? This is not even just only romantically. Family can act this way too, right? Family can act this way too. You know, I know a person who said, man, I got family members who act weird, who act strange towards me. It seemed like every time I'm, around, they don't appreciate me. It feels like every time, I give people second chances and third chances, it's like they take the chances for granted. It seems like as long as I'm around, nobody sees me. It's like I'm invisible. But as soon as I leave or as soon as I stop answering my phone, I stop texting back, it's like they just keep calling me and won't stop. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? It's because they don't want that particular family member to move on. Your silence is loud. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. Your silence is loud. People can hear when you're not talking. Ain't that weird? People can hear when you're not providing that value no more. People can see you when you're no longer around. It's amazing. And see, what I had to realize, y'all, is that sometimes you got to bless a person with your absence if they don't cherish your presence. Yeah. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family, you got to bless a person with your absence if they don't appreciate your presence. Your presence is valuable. Your presence is powerful. Your presence is fulfilling. Your presence is loving, okay? And oftentimes, y'all, people don't see it until you are about to move on. Don't fall for that trap, by the way, right? Don't fall for that trap. It's, again, going right back to the toxic guys that's out there, and it's the same thing with toxic women. It's not just a one-way street. It's both ways. But going back to the, guys or women, when a man or a woman see that the person that they love but didn't value begin to realize their value and begin to move on, that's when they come back 10 times stronger. They come back with gifts. They come back with showing love. They come back with doing the things that they wanted to do initially, or that particular person asked them to do initially, but guess what? They never did it. But now they start doing it because you see that I'm about to move on. That's not genuine. It's not. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? They don't want you to move on. Somebody drop in the comments and say I'm moving on, by the way, right? Make sure you drop in the comments and say I'm moving on. But number 4, y'all, the inferiority complex. It's a kind of tough word to say. Inferiority complex. All right. Don't be laughing at me, y'all. Y'all say it yourself and see how hard it is. But the inferiority complex is when a person feel inadequate, when a person feel as if they're not enough. It's when a person feel like they don't bring enough value. When a person feel, it's like low self-esteem almost, right? Low self-esteem. In fact, that's exactly what it is. But when you are unbothered, y'all, it makes them feel inferior. You make them feel this small, right? Y'all, 50 Cent dissed everybody, in my opinion, to get in the industry. I think 50 Cent was going to be who he was regardless. But if y'all go back and study 50 Cent, in the very beginning, he dissed everybody. I mean, he dissed Jay-Z. I think he dissed, he dissed DMX. That man dissed everybody that was in the game, right? And it kind of boosted, not only his status but sales. It kind of boosted his career, and that was like a model for everybody. This the popping artist, this the popping group, this the popping record label. Like this everybody who's popping, and it's gonna get you popping, right? But what happens is if a person don't diss if a person who's of status won't diss you back, or if a person of status won't respond back, it's gonna make a person feel inferior, right? It makes a person feel like, hey, I must not be worthy of even talking back to. You see what I'm saying? So imagine if all those guys who 50 Cent dissed never even responded. Just imagine. The inferiority complex would come into play. And so that's the same thing with this right here, y'all. You haven't responded back to them. You haven't reacted to them. You haven't gave them the time of the day. So they feel this small, tiny. Yeah, y'all, they feel this small. You make them feel as if they're not important, and it's like a person in their mind, they feel, how dare you not talk to me? How dare you do it? Even women feel this way, especially when it's a guy who got this arrogance but swag. A woman will feel like, how dare you not talk to me? How dare you not give me the time of the day? And even a man can feel this way. How dare she not talk to me? Does she know who I am? You follow what I'm saying? When you don't talk back to a person, you make them feel this small. You make them feel this small. How many people have, and here it is, here go the Beyonce haters, I'm making my point, y'all. But when you ever seen Beyonce respond back to artists who's smaller than her, I'll wait. You're not going to see it. When you sit on the mountaintop, it does not serve you a purpose to respond back to, people who are below you. Not to say you're better than them, but people who don't serve you a purpose, people who's not going to help move the needle forward for you, right? Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. Number 5 is going to be this right here, y'all. That is, it ruffles their emotions, all right? It ruffles their emotions. Family, emotions are something that is difficult to control, especially when you don't have emotional intelligence. I'm going to just throw it out there, y'all. It ruffles their emotions. Can you imagine a person who called your phone 100 times? They called your phone 200 times, texted 50 times, and it's no response. It's going to ruffle their emotions because they're not used to getting this version of yourself. They're not used to you acting this way. They're not used to you not making them feel significant. Like, they're not used to that. What they are used to is you constantly talking back to them, not in a bad way, but in a good way, giving them that, security, giving them that reassurance when they don't deserve it, giving them that emotional support. But what makes them feel emotionally bombarded is by you not giving them that emotional support, that emotional, security. That is why you being truly unbothered bothers them. It sends them through the roof. You ever argue with a person and you notice how much energy they get just by you giving them a response? But argue with a person and then just get quiet, right? And I'm not saying you started the argument. I'm saying they started the argument. Let's just say you had a few words with them, but you say, you know what? I'm going to stop arguing with you. Watch how stupid they feel. Watch how their emotions get ruffled up. Watch how they begin to feel like, oh, this what you gonna do? You ain't got nothing to say. Just watch the energy you get. It's because, y'all, when you are unbothered, it's gonna make a person emotions get ruffled. They flare up. It's like you're pouring gasoline on a fire. That's amazing, right? How not saying something is saying something. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. But yeah, y'all, we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. You are truly unbothered, and it bothers them terribly. Understand that, y'all. A quick recap, and then we'll get up out of here. But number one, your focus disturbs their intended distractions. Number two, their life ends without you. Number three, they don't want you to move on. Number four, inferiority complex. And number five, it ruffles their emotions. Y'all already know how we do. Y'all make sure y'all go over to the Rich Mentality Academy. Join the membership, y'all. As we are building this group, y'all make sure y'all go meet your tribe, all right? It's getting big. It's growing, family. I appreciate those who have been supporting the academy, okay? Because it's much bigger than me, y'all. It is about the chosen one community. Secondly, y'all make sure y'all book a one-on-one session with your boy. Hit the link inside the description or on my YouTube channel. Y'all can check out any one of my books as well as get a Yes Sir t-shirt. But I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Y'all keep a rich mentality. Peace.